Welcome to the real world.
What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Give you the raw content that you deservedly need. And boy, Michael Remy Rapaport. His crocodile tears weren't as good enough for some reason, because he came on national television and played the victim like a sad person he is. Michael Rapaport, a man who broke the number one code: never, ever show private DMs, no matter what situation. This is something that an IG model would do when she's bitter about a brother moving on, or a brother that she can't get move on. So instead of addressing the smoke, which is Kevin Durant, he decided to be the sympathetic figure. This is a sad case. It's crazy because Michael Rapaport would always diss strong figure black men and get away with it, because for some reason he's invited to some imaginary cookout and all the ex-hip-hop legends are cool with it. But the tables have turned. See, this is why I never believe in there's such thing as a cookout, due to the fact that you will see the true character of some people. Now, I'm going to play the clip of Michael Rapaport pleading, crying, begging for acceptance again. Now, this is very sad.
And get back out there on the floor. Well, Michael Rapaport is joining us now. And Mike, we appreciate you coming on. We do want to hear your side of the story. So how do you feel now that you've had time to really think about everything?
Oh, it's been crazy. It's been tough. The last few days have been tough, have been crazy. I've gone out of the house and I get, sneers, and I get finger pointing, and I don't do good with sneers and snickers. And then I actually went to the dog park with my dog, and people that usually, say hello and even play with my dog, they don't want to play with my dog Wheezy. And then I went to my coffee shop and they said, not today, Cupcake. And it's weird. It's like, why are you calling me Cupcake? And then I get online and social media, and, I know I put it out there, but, people online have been so cruel and mean. And I have to say about the people on social media that I don't know, I could give a crap about the people on social media. In all honesty, guys, the whole thing has been crazy. I never expected it to turn into what it turned into. It's something that I take as a learning experience. It's something that, to be honest, I regret. I don't know Kevin Durant as a friend. I don't consider him a friend. We actually met on social media. He reached out to me because he wanted to do something that I call the shame game, when people come into my DMs and they say mean things, when they say racially insensitive things, when they threaten me, when they threaten my wife, literally, because I'm sure you guys get them. I get them every day. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. And Durant reached out to me because he wanted to do that. We actually did that. I met him. We were talking about doing business together. We didn't do business together. That was no problem. But that's the extent of my relationship with him. In regards to the DMs, this whole thing started with the opening night when he made his return and the Shaquille, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith interview where he shunned them. And I believe you guys talked about it on the show. I said something where I didn't even add him about the interview, saying, if you don't want to do the interview, don't do the interview. I didn't add him the next morning, or I think, actually after the game. It might have been after the game. He started, he went into my DMs and he said, we were going back and forth about that. And that was fine. I could banter, I could trash talk, I could say whatever. I'm good with that. I'm comfortable with that. I've made a good career in the sports world from that, a great career in the podcast world because of that. But when you say you're going to spit on me and you can't wait to spit on me and let's meet up on this street and that street because you're going to spit in my face. And that was the first time. And then there was a second time when I see you, I'm going to spit in your face. And then last Tuesday in the morning, while I was at work on Atypical, I was dealing with a lot. I'm moving. There's a lawsuit situation that I'm dealing with. And he hit me out of the blue. I can't wait to see your dirty butt. When I see you, I'm going to spit in your face. And I'm like, and then he kept going on. And then he brought up my wife. And at that moment, it wasn't Durant. At that moment, it wasn't a basketball player. It was just another dude in my DMs. And I was like, yo, this ain't cool. We're not friends. There's no bro code. I don't know you like that. That's not banter. That's not funny. That's not like me, saying, yo, look at Shannon's suit today that he's wearing on the show. Why are you wearing those colors? They don't match. Or Skip, you're crazy. That shot wasn't as big, the greatest shot ever. That's none of that stuff. That's not, you're sensitive. That's nothing. And I put it out there. Did I think it would turn into this whole thing? Absolutely not. Do I wish I had never done it? 100%, because it turned into a whole situation that I didn't imagine. I didn't imagine that it would grow tentacles into a race issue, which is shocking to me. I didn't realize that it would grow tentacles to turn into a possible homophobic issue. But it happened. There's obviously, his ramifications have been public. In all transparency, full transparency, I've had to deal with ramifications, with my world and my business, and I got to take that on the chin. And, going forward, I just have to be sharper. I have to be smarter. I have to be more mature about how I, handle myself on social media. So that's how, that's the gist of it. And like at the end of the day, I regret that the whole thing happened. And, aside from, all the banter, the person that was the most pissed off about me, probably the most pissed off because of the attention and the sort of negative attention is my wife. And she's probably, forget the doghouse. I'm in the house with the alligators with her. She doesn't like the attention and the negative attention. And that's where we are. So that being said, I got to take all that on the chin and, hopefully I can move forward and, be better in regards to how I deal and, speak on social media.
So, Michael, you're saying that all the negative backlash you've received, even from your wife, is because you went public with the DMs? So you regret going public with the DMs?
No, I don't regret going public with the DMs. My wife, that's just like, she doesn't like attention. She don't care about the DMs. And like I said, I've put people on blast with DMs all the time. I do it all the time, literally all the time. That's why Durant reached out to me. We did a skit that's on his YouTube network where he put out a tweet and, we read his messages online called The Shame Game. I put out people's DMs. If you say anti-Semitic things to me, if you say you're an N-word lover, if you say, when I see you, I'm gonna do this to you. I put people's DMs all the time. At that moment, Durant was just a person in my DMs threatening me. It was the third time. And like I said, it was just a spur of the moment thing. When I've made rants standing up for the little guy, when I made rants that go super viral in regards to the Charlottesville situation, obviously we don't talk politics on this show, but I've made rants that went super viral regarding politics. I made a rant that the only time I ever got suspended on Twitter was when that Fox News lady, she said to shut up and dribble. And I did a very volatile rant in defense of NBA athletes, actually LeBron, and I believe Durant was part of what inspired me. Your wife is beautiful. Don't speak on my people. It became fodder. Somehow it went from Tuesday to, we're almost a week. Usually you know these things on social media, the news cycle is so quick, they usually die down. This thing ignited something. I'm not exactly sure why, but I get it. I understand it. And as far as the dog park and the coffee shop and, some people that I know that I consider personal friends have commented in a way that I thought they should have reached out to me. That's cool. And as far as people I don't know, burner accounts and Russian accounts and bots, I could care less. I've gotten phone calls and FaceTimes from players that played in the league. I've gotten some texts from players that are in the league now. And, people have varying opinions on the whole thing. I know my part in it. I take responsibility. And, that's all I could, I don't know what more I could say about it.
Mike, that was my biggest problem, was that you released the DMs. You have to understand, if that's anyone else, if that's Joe Blow, they don't know who Joe Blow is. That's Kevin Durant. In many regards, he's the first or second or third best player in the NBA. You had to know. If I release DMs from a girlfriend, they don't care. But if my girlfriend is a celebrity, the shade room, everybody's gonna pick that up. Mike, that's just not anybody. That's just not the normal troll that's in your DMs. And second of all, how did you allow this to get to this? The moment it started going sideways, there's no more banter. Now it's time to cease and let it go. I'm gonna unfollow him, block him, and keep it moving. Why did you allow it to get to this?
Well, in regards to what you said, Shannon, you said this when you first talked about it. You're 150% right. It shouldn't have got to that point. It should have been blocked and deceased. It should have moved forward. He's Kevin Durant. I'm Michael Rapaport. You know who I am. So, I didn't like it. I don't look at myself as this is the reality. I should look at myself as that, because I am Michael Rapaport. You know who I am. I have been, in the public eye for 30 years. Like I said, I underestimated the power of social media. I underestimated the power of my social media. I didn't appreciate the spitting. I didn't appreciate the threats. And like I said, unless you're saying your wife is beautiful, God bless her, God bless you, you're a lucky man. We're not boys. Like, I don't banter by saying, hey, Skip, when I see you, I'm going to spit on you. And Skip goes, that's funny. Well, I'm going to spit back. And I go, that's not banter. That's not trash talking. That's threatening. So, like I said, it got out of way bigger than I thought.
Mike, why did you just reach out to KD and say, KD, bro, I think you're going to, I say, that's a little bit too far, KD. I was like,
I don't have his number.
No, I'm just saying, you should have, in the DM, instead of going back like this thread, like, hey, KD, I think this took a turn somewhere. It's going to a place that I don't really think it should go, nor do I want it to go. So let's just, hey, let's rein it back.
So enough of that crap. My final opinion about what Remy Rapaport stated on the Shine Network, Fox Sports 1. Boy, he just wants attention so bad. He wants everything to be like what it was. It's over. All the hanging out with the hip hop artists, trying to be a culture vulture, being that guy. It's over. Even if some, brother lets him around the quote unquote cookout or whatever someone makes up, it will never be the same. Once you tattletale and expose another man's DMs, there is no respect. There's no excuses. Michael Rapaport, you were emotional. You were a beta male. And instead of moving on, muting somebody, heck, even blocking somebody, instead of doing that, had to be the center of attention. So those crocodile tears that I see mean nothing to me. This is a lesson for everybody. When you're on social media, keep it behind closed doors. I watched a video of Steven Jackson. He was talking about the situation, and he made it clear. He made it very clear that there were some things that Michael Rapaport told him about very famous people all the time, and he has never made it public. But that's Steven Jackson understanding the code of man to man, understanding there's ethics to this. It's about respect, even when someone's being disrespectful. You never stoop down to the level, even worse, to try to make a point. That's what it's about. Unfortunately, Michael Rapaport doesn't know anything about respect. He's a D-list actor. And his only claim to fame is what, Remy off of Higher Learning, and Deep Blue Sea when he got ate up by a shark. This is the guy that's getting all this media attention. As for Kevin Durant, no matter if you like him or dislike him, that $50,000 ain't nothing to him. He's better at life than Michael Rapaport. It's not even close. But I tell you all, this is why I would never say someone is invited to a cookout, someone is down with us, because they always show their true colors in a moment of time. And at the end of the day, it's all about people who are good and people who are bad and people who are cool. You got a choice to decide what lane you want to go to. But like me and other folks, if you're not authentic, if you're not true to yourself, don't ever be around me. That's the wave that I'm on. And that's the wave that other real ones are on as well. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Give you the raw content that you deservedly need. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace and blessings.
Welcome to the real world.